just, hanging out at my front porch, and look what the government is doing while people are sleeping. Only God knows what they are spraying in the skies. But they've been doing this for the past month. Most of the time I see them do this at night. Only God knows what they are spraying. Look at that line. Beautiful clouds, beautiful skies. What a beautiful day for the rapture. Rapture, rapture, rapture. Maranatha. Say to the daughter of Zion, behold, salvation comes, and his reward is with him. Behold, Yeshua comes. What is that? Why does it seem like this shooting for the stars? What is that? Where is it going? Something shot from the skies to the constellations. Where are you going, bro? All sorts of things are happening this year. It's September to remember, for sure. Look, another one. They just keep spraying and spraying and spraying. They just went through here and are spraying something again. Only God knows what they are spraying. Only God knows. They just keep on spraying and spraying and spraying. Spraying the skies. So check this out, guys. This article came out Friday, September 4th, 2020. UFO sighting. Mysterious object races past US passenger plane with extreme speed. A fast-moving, mysterious UFO was caught on camera as the craft raced past a passenger plane window in the US just after takeoff. A mysterious A mysterious UFO sighting has sparked a social media frenzy following footage of a strange craft moving past a passenger plane window. The incident took place just after takeoff in the US city of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. A passenger with a window seat filmed a strange object which raced past the window from a distance, leading to numerous conspiracy claims online, including proof of aliens. The saucer-like object can be seen moving at extreme speeds through the sky. In the video, a shiny silver dome-shaped object distanced itself from a passenger plane and raced alongside it in a horizontal path. Viewers claimed the authentic sighting was incredible proof of UFOs. In the background of the recorded footage, the person behind the camera, Maria Lynn, can be heard asking, "What is that?" Lin said the footage was filmed shortly after takeoff at around 11:20 am on 20 August. It was later uploaded onto several YouTube channels run by UFO enthusiasts who described the object as a fast-moving UFO. One YouTuber, The Hidden Underbelly 2.0, remarked, "To me, this object seemed to be traveling pretty fast. It looked metallic and dome-shaped, almost like your classic flying saucer." And remember, guys, demonic. These are demonic manifestations. Now, this man's video that I'm about to show you guys, this is what I saw, guys. His is closest to the one I filmed with my camera. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. So it says here, he continued, "The thing doesn't look like a drone. It certainly doesn't look like a plane. I mean, there's no wings, there's nothing." The YouTuber pointed out that it appears to be moving at extreme speeds due to a propulsion system of some kind. And that's what I thought to myself as well when I was recording, when I first noticed it, that this is definitely not a plane, it's not a drone. There's no wings. The exact same thing I thought to myself is what he said, which I find interesting. And then on the 6th of September, I just stumbled on this article today. FBI admits existence of giant human-like aliens in declassified 1947 report. You don't say. This is what I was talking about. Like, I've been talking about this whole alien deception in some of my videos, and one of my recent discussion posts, a coming alien invasion, end times deception. Um, please read it, guys. I just feel like the conditioning is so strong. The programming, everything. Look here, the VMAs. You know, they had um the Black Eyed Peas group had this alien theme as part of their performance. But nothing is a coincidence. with the Illuminati, with the elites, with this satanic people running this world. Nothing is a coincidence, and they put their agenda in movies. They put it in video games, in comics, in anime, in K-pop, K-dramas, like all various mediums of communication and entertainment. Like it's really serious and it's all demonic. But they are conditioning the masses for the disclosure that is coming up. There's going to be an alien invasion, and there are many believers like myself that believe that most likely this alien invasion is going to be used to explain away the rapture. So before that happens, because they are trying to minimize the panic that is going to happen as a result of the rapture, so they will possibly use the when the aliens come to Earth or reveal themselves, so-called aliens, that is, because we know that they are demons. The world governments will use this as a reason to explain the disappearance of the believers, so as to calm their populace. And the Antichrist is going to be spearheading this propaganda. So we see here documents appearing to mention flying saucers and multidimensional beings have been declassified by the FBI. The report, which is 70 pages long, was penned by an unnamed professor. See that? I feel like this year we've been bombarded with so many articles about the existence of aliens, and now they're even more specific in saying they are giant human-like aliens. So please watch the video I made called "Times Up, Folks," and I just go into more details about how everything ties together. But none of it is a coincidence, guys. See, it will appear the truth is in fact out there. Documents appearing to mention flying saucers and multidimensional beings have reportedly been declassified by the FBI. The files, which were leaked online, you're right, leaked, huh? Discuss alien encounters dating back to 1947. The text mentioned flying saucers on several occasions and extraterrestrial ray-wielding discs, Alien Star reports. Dub Memorandum 6751 by believers. The FBI declassified the report this year. I'm telling you guys, like, it's deep. The programming and the conditioning is deep, man. The lies and the manipulation, like, people that don't have Christ, they are going to fall for this so easily, because at that point in time, the amount of panic and chaos, people want answers, and they will grasp onto anything that makes sense. And because of this conditioning that has been going on for years about aliens existing, aliens manifesting, and people um um physically seeing these manifestations in the skies, in the forest, or whatever. Although some of those are fake, but many of those are also real, like the one I caught on my camera, and the ones I've seen that I didn't catch on camera. So, and this is happening all over the world. So it's like, how can people in different parts of the world who are saying they're seeing the same things be lying? How can they all be lying? But when the rapture happens, it will no longer be apparitions of these things. They will just physically fully manifest, and land on earth and reveal themselves as um so-called alien beings. you know Now let's read what this professor says here. He says their mission is peaceful. The visitors contemplate settling on this plane. Please, we don't want you. Go back to where you came from. Thank you very much. The visitors are human-like but much larger in size. You see? Lies, lies! So-called visitors. And this is what people like Jody Rose are also saying, one of the founders of D-Wave and Elon Musk and all these tech giants, if you watch my AI, the connection between AI and demons, you see that all these people are getting their information from the same source. Demons. Information for knowledge about AI, information about alien existence on other planets. Because how come they are all saying the same thing? How does this professor know that their mission is peaceful? How does he know that? How does he know that they contemplate settling on this plane? And how does he know that they are human like? Where did he see them in their human like form, so called, to know this? They do not come from any planet as we use the word, but from an etheric. So that's basically a non-physical plane right there, which tells you that they are essentially spiritual beings, which you know they are demons. That this possess a type of radiant energy or ray which will easily disintegrate any attacking ship. So basically, the alien technology or whatever can, attack and disintegrate any earthly ship, and that also applies to any earthly weapon, I'm sure. Which, like, duh, the spiritual will always supersede the physical in every aspect. So it's no surprise that these demons will have better technology that can disintegrate anything humans have on this earth. They re-enter, they re-enter from the etheric at will, and so simply disappear from our vision without trace. You see that? And they need, you see, the Elite and these demons walking through them need the world to believe. They need to plant this seed, and they've been doing a great job with the movies, with anime, like a lot of anime. You see that in the storyline, the citizens of a city live with aliens, and the aliens are just like regular citizens. They're just regular. Even for instance, an anime like Naruto, if you actually pay attention to the storyline, his so-called has these powers because he's a indwelling within him is a nine-tailed fox, right? But that's a demon. So basically, Naruto, who is a heroic figure in the storyline, is actually demon possessed. And it's the same thing with like Superman, because Superman is supposedly an alien from planet Krypton, right? But he has human-like, a human-like form. But he's an alien. He's not from this earth. But guess what? He comes to the earth to save humanity. He's sent here by his parents to save humanity. So it's basically replacement. It's like Superman is a replacement god, because instead of people looking to Christ, instead of the world looking to Christ, they are looking to aliens to save them, because they see that the aliens have superior intellect, superior technology, superior this, superpowers, their demon power, their demonic powers and stuff. The aliens will be able to teleport, they'll be able to fly, they'll be able to control things with their mind. None of it is a coincidence. It's all in entertainment, video games. Okay, there's a comment here that says ah, Christianity does not speak to extraterrestrials one way or the other, as far as I know. On the other hand, you might consider at least the possibility that anything presenting itself as an alien is in fact a demonic entity. Yeah, so we believers, we know that these things are demons, but the world left behind, the unbelieving world, will not know this because they have no discernment. It's only when you come to Christ that you have the Holy Spirit and you have discernment, because the Holy Spirit is the Spirit of truth. He will reveal all truth to you. You know? And then coming over to the technological side, here's an article that says Silver Draft supercomputing company powers media and entertainment industry with demonically inspired computers and virtual reality. Virtual reality has a huge role to play in this end times deception, in connection with AI technology, as well as the alien deception. So like I said in my um the connection between AI and demons video, these tech giants are getting their knowledge of creating the AI from demons, and you can watch that video for more information and hear from their own mouths how they get the ideas and inspiration to create their AI and their technology. Experience the insane power behind the world's most innovative creative technologies with Silver Draft Computing, the power of the devil. So this Silver Draft company is also one of the companies working with um, not just VR, but it's actually working with quantum dot tattoos and a host of other things, like its tentacles are in and many things. And these are some of the affiliate companies that are associated with it. Disney, Nissan, ESPN, its affiliates, CBS. Create, innovate, render, relax. Black as the devil, hot as hell, pure as an angel, sweet as love. Guys, it's deep. Choose your poison. Imagine. And they now have like a 6 as there. Can you see the 6? This right here is 6. 6 and 6 reversed. Now, these are their so-called products. Devil and demon. Devil for fiendish workflows, demon for wicked creativity. But this was, here they said, see the devil, see the demon. This was as far as I went, because I refused to go any further in browsing their website, because I don't know, I don't want to see anything too dark. But basically, they are getting bolder and they are telling you the truth. They are telling you the truth to your face. Like, you see, who harness, you say, join the world's best advertising agencies, global auto manufacturers, and media and entertainment professionals who harness the speed of the devil to deliver their biggest jobs on time. Hmm. Hmm. Custom designed and built to run your creative software at demonic speeds. Why accept a general purpose computer when you can have a demon tuned to the way you work? God forbid. They're deceived. They're deceived. So they're just telling you what they actually, what most of these tech companies do in the dark. Most of the people working in tech companies, they're into the occult, they're into the new age, and all these things, and they channel this information to create these things. These people are just being, in an ironic way, they are being honest. They are telling you straight up that this whole thing is demonic. Their tech company, Silver Draft Computing, it's demonic. The source is demonic. You see that? So let's see what they have to say for themselves. I found this clip that I want you guys to see a little bit of.
Hi, this is Steve Bannerman. We're in the Silver Draft booth at NAB 2015. And there's a couple of exciting product announcements that we've just made at the show. So everyone obviously recognizes us as the company that does the supercomputing Devil and Demon systems. We've launched our Generation 2 systems at the show, which feature Intel Haswell processors, Micron DDR4 RAM, the fastest SSD storage that you can get. And so these systems deliver the best performance that you can get in compute-intensive applications, whether it's 3D animation, whether it's visual effects, rendering, those kind of things. But the great thing about this next generation architecture is that it's also allowed us to create a couple of new interesting form factors. So we have a compact daemon that gives you the same computing power that we had in our first generation system, but in half the footprint. So in our booth today, we're demonstrating a compact daemon that's decoding and debayering Red Dragon 6K footage in real time with only one AMD W9100 card and an 8-core Intel CPU. So we can get incredible compute horsepower in just a very compact system. And we also introduced an interesting gaming system, which features, again, those Intel processors, Thunderbolt-ready logic board, the really fast RAM and storage from Micron. But we know how gamers love to tweak their systems, so you can actually overclock the CPU, you can change the fan speed, you can monitor the bus speed and the bus multiple, all from a panel right on the front of the system without having to go in and hack the BIOS. So we're really, really excited about those systems. We're really excited about our Devil systems that deliver the fastest rendering in the industry, with starting at 775 cores and going up. It's insane performance.
You guys can watch the rest of that if you want. And then let's go here to some interesting, or not interesting because I haven't actually seen these movies, but they are synopsis. This has to do with, AI. Why is it that every single movie about AI that I've either read about or watched, they end up always killing us or wanting to kill humans? And like how I said, the Illuminati, they always put their satanic agenda in entertainment. So let's read this synopsis. Well, I'm not reading everything. I'm going to just read a little bit. Gray Trace, a mechanic, asks his wife Asha, a tech company employee, to help him return a refurbished car to his client Aaron Keane, a renowned tech innovator. While visiting his home, Aaron reveals his latest creation, a multi-purpose chip called STEM, with almost unlimited potential. Returning home, Gray and Asha's self-driving car malfunctions and crashes. Four men attack the couple. Asha is killed and Gray shot in the neck, severing his spinal cord. Gray returns home months later as a quadriplegic under the care of his mother, Pamela. Asha's death and the inability of Detective Cortez to identify the attackers causes Gray to sink into depression. He is soon visited by Aaron, who convinces him to accept a STEM implant, claiming it will allow him to walk again. Gray regains control of his limbs, and Aaron has Gray sign a non-disclosure agreement requiring Gray to pretend to still be paralyzed. While watching a drone video feed of his wife's murder, Gray hears STEM speak in his mind. You see that? This chip that is implanted in Gray begins to speak, which implies the STEM has its own consciousness, its own mind. STEM says it can help Gray get revenge and quickly identifies one of the assailants, Cirque Bratner, from the video. Look at that. Gray breaks into Cirque's home and finds proof Cirque was upgraded with cybernetic implants, and finds messages connecting him with a local bar called Old Bones. Cirque arrives and attacks Gray, but STEM convinces Gray to allow it take full control of his body and easily overpower Cirque, violently killing him. That sounds like demonic possession, guys. Now, if we relate that to the chip or the mark of the beast, whatever it is, eventually, these demons because they need you docile. They want to be able to fully possess human beings. So who knows if when people take this mark, the chip, the demons start to speak to their minds. Because this thing is all spiritual as well. We're in a spiritual warfare. It's not just the physical aspect of the technology of the mark of the beast. It's also the fact that at the time of the great tribulations, this world will be infested with demons. It's the time of the worst kind of evil being allowed to reign. It's one of the reasons why God made that period so short, because it's so dark, so evil, the worst time of human history. So I feel like they're trying to tell us in their movies. And it's no coincidence that this person is a so-called Elon Kim, is a renowned tech innovator. And you have Elon Musk saying similar things about similar tech. Okay. So scrolling down to the end, you see this. In reality, Gray is still in Aaron's home. STEM now in full control. You see that full control of Gray explained to Cortez that the psychological strain has finally broken Gray's mind, leaving Gray stuck in a fantasy. This is virtual reality right here. Stuck in VR, a false reality where he can be with Asha again, his dead wife. This was STEM's objective all along. And as this allowed STEM to assume total control over Gray's mind and body, Gray's consciousness believes the idyllic dream state it has found, while STEM kills Cortez and leaves. Like all this so-called STEM, right? All it does when it takes over Gray is kill, 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 kill. Just killing people. So that is more conditioning for you guys. Here we have Lee Weathers, a risk management specialist for genetic sorry, the name of this movie is Morgan. Morgan. Okay. This movie came out in 2016. Upgrade came out in 2018. But there are many such movies dealing with, AI or a humanoid alien. Here, Prometheus. Like it's disgusting. But they are basically telling you their plans. This is what they plan for humanity. This is what they plan. Okay, an artificial being with technology infused synthetic DNA named Morgan. Okay. Is smarter than humans and matures quickly, walking and talking within a month, and physically a teenager despite being 5 years old. And this is her right here. But basically, I'm just going to, just to save time, this humanoid AI bot becomes sentient, and she has a mind of her own, and she starts to think for herself. She becomes self-aware, as is the case in most of these AI themed movies. But when they say self-aware, because only God can create consciousness, right? Humans cannot create consciousness. You can't create a spirit and emotions in anything you create, because that makes you God. Only God can do these things. That's why He is God. But humans are so prideful and want to be God so bad. They believe the same lie the devil told Eve in the Garden of Eden: ye shall be as God. So they think they can do this with science. And when you now bring in the fact that a lot of these scientists and tech engineers are getting their knowledge with demons. If you do research on them, because I like to research people, the people behind the product, the people behind the movie, the producers, the writers, people behind the anime, the comics. I like to research them, and most of them, like 98% of them, are in the occult. They are mystics. They say they are atheists, some of them, but if you just research them and their belief system or what they say in interviews or in articles or in their own books, they push new age ideologies, they push humanistic ideologies, satanic ideologies. Like it's deep. All right. So this AI becomes sentient, and she kills the people that created her, basically, and she just thinks that humanity is against her, like everyone is her enemy, and she has one friend that she kidnapped or something like that. But the main gist of the matter is that she becomes a killbot. She starts to kill. Like, it's not a coincidence that they are telling you in their movies that eventually, once this so-called AI start to think for themselves, they start to realize that humans are bad, humans are dangerous, humans are selfish or whatever, and they think destroying humanity will be for the greater good. But it's all a lie, because demons, they are from the beginning of time, demons and the devil have always wanted to destroy humanity, because we're created in the image of God. Every time they see us, they see God. Genesis tells us God created us in his image. We didn't come from monkeys, we didn't evolve from monkeys, the world wasn't created with a bang. God spoke the world into existence, and he created us from dust. Because he's God, he breathed his own spirit into us, created us and molded us into his image, into his likeness. To be created in the image of God is the highest honor. The highest honor. And that's why the devil has been trying to perverse the image of God by making people think they are neither male nor female. The Bible is very clear, we're only two genders, male and female. People said they're non-binary, they're transgender, they're this. I can't even keep up with the names that they come up with to what they identify with anymore. But everything is connected, but it's all a lie. And if you don't have the Spirit of God to help you see the truth, you can be swept away, because they use science or scientific terms to explain spiritual things. All these things are demonic possession, but you just say no. It makes you stronger, it makes you faster, it makes you better. How about it makes you possessed? When you see people in all these superhero movies like X-Men or whatever, and you see mutants, so-called mutants, no, they're telling you what is going to happen in the Great Tribulation, when the demons are allowed to physically manifest. Some demons are going to manifest as humanoids, like they have human-like features. Some will manifest as animal-like beings, which I think is where all these werewolf movies come into play. There was a werewolf movie. Is it Valheim? I've forgotten the name. This werewolf movie where um the werewolves, like, they speak. They have a clan and they are fighting against this vampire clan. I think it's Van Helsing or something, like, I don't know. I don't remember right now. It's years ago. I haven't watched sci-fi since I was like 20 or so, because I got saved at 23 and I just stopped all that. But it's deep, guys. It's deep, and it's all for this end time agenda. Nothing is a coincidence. They are prepping the world. you know So once again, hope you guys are doing well, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video or in the clouds by the grace of God. Maranatha. Bye.